Hello and welcome to Always in Escrow with Serena Appel and Colby Burchin. Hello, Colby.
Serena, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. So it's such a romantic day and to be able to spend it with you. And we are so lucky to have our Valentine be Sugeidy Scott, the owner and founder of Fête Event and Picnic Company, an Atlanta-based event company that creates unforgettable luxury picnics, events, and so much more. Sugeidy, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hi, Serena. Hi, Colby. Happy Valentine's Day. One of my favorite days of the year. Thank y'all so much for having me. I love this show.
I'm so excited because, I don't know, Serena, I don't know if you know this, but Sugeidy and I went to college together. So we have history, and she was such a special friend to me. And I'm so honored that you wanted to come on the show. I follow you, and I've seen your tablescapes and your event planning, and it blew my socks off. And I have a very high threshold for like really luxurious things, and you took it there on all of your things. So I welcome you to the show, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Colby. You know, you're a member of those memories of my college time. They were just fun and memorable and just exciting. You were always someone that I knew had, an elevated taste. And so we gravitated towards each other. And so coming from you, that means a lot that you like some of the events that I've planned so far.
Definitely. So I'm going to dive right into it. What inspired you to start Fête picnics, tablescapes, dinner parties, events? Tell everyone.
So I have an 8-year-old, and I've been planning her birthday since she was 1, and they always have a theme, and they always look a certain way, and the cake had to be special, and the cookies I would order from Canada for a few years. And I just loved creating those moments in time for her because I knew that, creating these images that at some point she would look back and just feel so special that her mom did that for her. Now, during the pandemic, picnics just started to lend themselves to be socially distant, elevated gatherings that you could do outside and that would be safe. And I thought I could bring something to the market here in Atlanta that would be different. So I was inspired by companies that have been doing it since before the pandemic out in Los Angeles and Santa Barbara. And I started building my tables, and I started curating my elements from decor, and I wanted to start doing it. And I said, well, why not? I came up with La Fête. I don't speak French, but I know that it means to party in French. And I thought the aesthetics of the business too, pink, black, and white, were just super cute and elevated. And so I started, and it's been an adventure so far. I'm having fun.
Oh, how wonderful. Well, I truly love to fête my husband, my kids, my family, and friends. And I thought, what better way to ask than to ask you, what could I bring to the table? A romantic dinner or ways to celebrate Valentine's Day with our dinner tonight?
So I think whether you are wanting to visit a special place like that hard to get reservation, or if you're going to do it at home, you want to start with time. You want to be prepared, start thinking about Valentine's Day right after Christmas. If you want to get that coveted reservation, or if you want to plan ahead, I always feel like flowers are just real flowers are such a great staple. They add they add nature and color and a scent to whether you're having a dinner at home or whether you're going somewhere. You can always have flowers. You can deliver them yourself or have a florist deliver them to a restaurant. And those special touches make the person that you're creating this moment for feel like, wow, this person went above and beyond to do this. So I think that those things are, I also think like for a dinner party, I like to communicate with the venue, to talk to the manager who's going to be handling the party. I don't think people think about when you're having an event at a restaurant and it's a party over 10 people, that takes a lot of resources from the restaurant. So if you are in communications with them at all times, who's going to take care of the party? How are we going to time, when are the servings, the course is going to come out? It's, if you can have things coordinated and just communicating with them on what you're expecting so that everything can flow and the event can go smoothly, I think that goes a long way.
That is true. Give our audience, if they're planning a dinner tonight, what kind of tabletop staples can you use to elevate your table for Valentine's?
Table settings. And when people see their names on something, I don't know what it is. They just, it was just like, wow, somebody thought about me, and, they're expecting you there. So, even if it's just two people, even if it's just you and your partner, or you and a friend, or you and in a group of 5 friends, if you write down their names and you strategically place them around the table for conversation, because you want people to meet other friends that you have that may not necessarily intermingle with each other. But those things create moments that really resonate when you think back of the event, and they give you that happiness that the event created in the first place. So I always feel that little touches like that are really important and really bring any moment that you're celebrating to another level.
Beautiful. Okay, so I just want to kind of launch into what you are doing with all of these amazing packages that you're offering and so much more, because we spoke a little bit about how your business is so much more than just picnics. It's events. It's events for, a group of 5, a group of 10, and then your picnic packages are anywhere from 2 to 10 people. Can you just tell us a little bit more about the details of what you're offering to all of your clients and your special approach to event planning?
Thank you that's a great question, Serena. So I've worked with big brands such as Shake Shack. I did an opening event for them when they opened a park location at Piedmont Park, which is like our central park here in Atlanta. And they reached out to me, and I studied the brand. Whether you're an individual or a brand, you're trying to tell a story. So I sent them a proposal with their colors and the story that they wanted to tell. They were at that time inviting influencers and food bloggers in the city. And so I created these little, the acrylic name settings. I created a special napkin ring holder with their logo. And so we also had a puppy picnic, which I hadn't done before. They have puppy menu items. So we had a little area for puppies. And so, it was a really, I was shocked that they reached out to me, but I wanted to make sure that they understood that I did their homework. And like I said, an individual or a brand, they want to tell a story. As we know in the social media world that we're living in, people want their images to convert. They want engagement. They want to tell a story to their clients, and so I wanted to make sure that I created little moments that the attendees would be documenting.
Wow. That sounds incredible.
I want to go to one of these parties.
You are invited.
So yes, I have been, a little bit about me is I have been in PR and for many years, couple of decades. And part of what I do is I throw big events, product launches. And I've had the pleasure of working with certain event producers and then having to produce on my own. But I really love when there's a new approach, right? When there is something modern and your aesthetic is definitely keeping up with what is Instagrammable. And everybody needs to take a look at what is being created over here at Lafette. So we will be sure to share lots more of these images.
Thank you.
Who's your ideal client?
My ideal client is a person that, like, they care about what things look like. They care about symmetry, colors, that things look elevated. And, I don't use fake flowers. I also tailor the colors to what they want.
So can we talk about where you see your business going? It's beyond picnics at this point. So tell us more about what's to come.
So Serena, I'll tell you, and I'm gonna name drop. I'm here,
Yes,
but back in November,
name drop.
back in October, actually, I was at Home Depot and I'm just shopping around, and I get a call from someone in LA, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to plan a celebrity's birthday?" And I asked for the date, and I was going to be organizing an event for another client in New York. And I was like, I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to be able to do it. I have an event that day, but if I can help in any way, I always want to remain helpful to whomever reaches out to me. I don't take it for granted. So long story short, it ended up being that it was Anne Hathaway who was filming a movie here in Atlanta during her birthday in November. And we made arrangements so that I could fly back after the event I had planned in New York to organize her birthday dinner and a picnic the next day. And I tell you, they are salt of the earth, her and her husband, Adam. They were so kind and so wonderful to work with. Their team in LA was super accommodating and communicated with me very effectively so that we could bring, the aesthetic and the mood that she wanted to create for her birthday. And she was so grateful and kind. And I couldn't believe that, little old me got to plan a birthday for her.
That's incredible. She's a good one.
Yeah. And to work with people of that caliber, it's amazing, but I never take any of my clients for granted. Whether you are a celebrity or a mom that's celebrating a 5-year-old, it doesn't escape me that you're choosing me to create this very special moment. And so I go out of my way to make sure that there's always something special, a message, their names on the table setting, the colors that they like, the flowers that they like. I have clients that are specific about what type of flowers they want to include in the event. So if we can source them, we go out of our way to make sure that we include their favorite things. I have an amazing family. They're super supportive, but they're like, you should really think about event planning, because picnics can be a very segmented part of, what's happening now after COVID. But I'm being pushed into that direction. So I think I'm going to try and advertise myself to do and help clients that need more event planning help.
So I want to ask you, let's get down and dirty. What are some cringeworthy things, in your opinion, that the audience should pass on for Valentine's Day?
Just don't be the spouse that's trying to call me on Tuesday, the 13th, to ask me to put on an event on the 14th. Like, give it time and give it thought and really think about the person that you are, doing this for, and what would make it special for them. The chocolates and the flowers, obviously, if those are their favorite things of the person that you're trying to create, a special moment for, then go for it. But, the favorite poem, a book that incites a memory in someone, just little touches of, think about the person that you're trying to create a dinner or a moment with, and, what do they want? Cringe things are like plastic flowers or, just the store-bought situation. I mean, everything can be elevated, but if you take time and really think about the person that you're putting this event on for, that always shines.
So like plasticware is out.
No, plasticware is out. If you're home, I came from a generation, and I'm going to date myself here, where we're putting plastic on the couches and we're not using the china, and my daughter drinks water out of a goblet, a glass goblet at that. Like, it is important to use the things that we have, the cutlery, the china. If it breaks, so what? unless it's an heirloom that you're really trying to hand down from one generation to another. Use the things that you have at home at all times. Why wait for special occasions? Every moment it should be celebrated. I know as I'm getting older, our biggest commodity is time. Who we spend it with, how we celebrate it. And when you make those moments special, like I said before, they elicit that when you remember that time that you spend with friends or a loved one or your kids, and it was special, that memory creates even a happier memory within you. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I don't take it for granted when my clients choose me to create these events for them. I'm so humbled every single time. I had another tip that has been super useful lately. If you're creating a dinner party, for example, we created a dinner party for my cousin who flew in from LA to New York, and we had 30 people. And it was at Budokan in New York, which is an amazing venue. And we asked everyone to wear black. And the pictures and the aesthetic that it created with the mood in the room was just, exceptional. And so if you're having an event with 10 or more people, or even with 5 girlfriends, if you wear coordinating colors, the pictures look so spectacular. So that is a tip that I had to give. And I know my friends would question me. I'm like, really, are we doing this? You're going to tell us what to wear? But trust me, the imagery is amazing.
I've seen that before with event planners sending mood boards and sending color schemes for clothing. So I'm all about that. And a little bit of that coordination goes such a long way. It's really this very special touch.
So how could people get a hold of you, book an event with you, a picnic with you? And if they're out of state, can they also do this? Tell everyone.
Yeah, so people can visit my website is www.lafettepicnicco.com. I'm also on Instagram with Lafette Picnic Co. That's the handle. And on Facebook, they can email me at lafettepicnicco@gmail.com. My phone number, I have it here, is 404-857 4422, and they can call me and reach out to me. And I have done events in New York and in Miami. I'm always like to know what's going on in different cities, because when I go visit the city, I want to go eat. I want to eat well. I want to be taken care of well. So I like to make sure that I'm in the know of what's going on. So I would love to travel and help clients anywhere.
Well, ladies, happy Valentine's Day. You both are my Valentine. Thank you so much. And to our audience, happy Valentine's Day. And if you're looking to do something extra special for your spouse or your family or a party for an office, call Sugeidy. Don't wait.
Yeah, pull out that china tonight, everybody, and call our gal at Lafette and Fête everybody in your lives. All right. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.